Hi, welcome back. We're here today to do a review on the Scottish Ale that I brewed up back on January 11th. But as you can see, I've got two carboys right here on the bar. This is American Light. Both batches are American Light. I have a video out online called Two Batch Tuesday, which is where I brewed them up. And even though the fermenting was a little bit different for each one, the length of it, they both ended up with the same final gravity reading, which was great. So I don't think I'm going to second guess anymore how long it takes for fermenting to take place. One seemed to go for about 5 days and one went for 3, but they both ended up with the same final gravity reading, which was great. So anyway, more about those later on when we get to the point of putting apricot flavoring in one. But today we're really, as I mentioned, here to talk about the Brewers Best Kit 1038, which I got from Bell's Beer, and it's their Scottish Ale. And they sell this kit for $29.50 online, which is about 60 cents a beer, at least with the yield that I achieved with it. And Brewers Best says their Scottish Ale is full of caramel malts, both in the extract and specialty grains, chocolate malt, roasted barley, and a touch of smoked malt bring this full-bodied malty ale to completion. Now, there wasn't anything really special about brewing this. It had some steeping grains and malt extract, and it was a pretty straightforward beer to brew. It ended up with a 3% alcohol, and I think the target was supposed to be a 3.5, but it is what it is. And other than that, it spent 7 days in the primary and 7 days in the secondary. And it started fermenting after 3 hours, which I thought was great. So let's give it a shot here. And you can see it's a darker beer. I don't know how well you can see it, but it's definitely darker. And it's just a wonderful aroma. And you can really pick up on that smoky, malted grain. Wow. I mean, this is delicious. I'm really getting a lot of flavors, but you do get that kind of overwhelming chocolatey, malted, smoky flavor, and it has a wonderful aftertaste as well. Nice lacing too. Boy, you know, what a surprise this beer turned out to be. I mean, it's really good. I could see myself trying to keep one of these on hand all the time. This, I think, would have broad appeal because there's nothing really shocking about it. It's not overwhelming in any way. There's no bitterness to it. It's just very, very tasty. And, you know, it has a kind of a wonderful creamy mouthfeel to it. You know, really, really nice beer. It certainly lives up to everything that Brewers Best wrote about when they talked about the chocolatey malts, and you know, I can't disagree with anything they wrote up on it. This is just a great beer, and I mean more than worth the $29.50 that you'll pay to get the kit. So that's kind of it for the Scottish Ale. I mean, that is a really nice beer. I'd highly recommend it. You know, the Weizen beer I've always said was my favorite. This ranks right up with the Weizen beer. This is another one where I could say I'd always want to have a kit on hand and always have some back because it just has a very unique, great flavor. So, anyway, with that said, next up, I'm not sure whether we'll do anything next week. If we do, it'll probably be just adding the apricot to the bottling bucket on one of these and how I'm going to go through that, the procedure. But otherwise, 2 weeks from now, or a little over 2 weeks from now, we'll be back talking about the American Ale. And then what we'll do is a comparison of it. We'll first do a review on the American Ale and how it tastes overall, and then we'll compare it to the apricot and see how that turned out. So until then, have a great week, and cheers. Wow, Brewer's Best Kit 1038. Buy some now. You won't regret it. This has been a Matty Boy presentation. Say bye-bye, Matty.